Good morning, gardeners. It's me, Gardening Chick 101. It's about 5:45 a.m. and it is currently about 27 degrees. But today we're going to talk about germination and heating mats. Hey, I got busy today. I had a lot of errands to run. Got busy and I forgot that we didn't talk about um, heating mats and germination. And this is for our newer gardeners. If you've been gardening for a while, I'm sure you already know this information. And let me continue to say I'm not a professional gardener or a master gardener, but I've been gardening for a long time. I got a little bit of experience. A lot of it through trial and error and Google, but I got a little experience. Okay, so I said this morning we were going to talk about germination and heat mats. And when we say germination, that's just the process from when your seeds are dormant. When they're in this package, these seeds are dormant, which means they don't have the right conditions to go from seed to a seedling. So germination is the process that takes you from here to just when your seedlings start to break the soil. So what we want to do is kind of help it along, especially if the conditions aren't just right. And when I say conditions, I mean the temperature of the soil. For example, plant your cooler weather plants like your greens, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, kale, spinach, and even peas. Those are cooler weather plants and they can germinate on their own at maybe 50 degrees. So, they don't need a little extra push per se. Say your bell peppers. Let's use bell peppers as an example. On the back of this package, it reads that germination is in 5 to 10 days. But that's 5 to 10 days if the soil is right. Now, these peppers, bell peppers like their soil to be a little warm, maybe 70 degrees, higher than 70 degrees. So right now, the beginning of March, is nowhere near 70 degrees. That is for the soil. While it may be 70 degrees outside, that soil is not 70 degrees, and it's not 70 degrees consistently. And in order for them to germinate from the dormant seed to a seedling, they need constant heat. And that's where a heating mat comes into play. Now, these are my herbs. And I told you that I like to plant my herbs early. I want them to be established before I put them in the ground and before they have to start doing their work to defend our plants. You know what I mean? If you don't understand, hit me up and we'll talk about it some more. But I want to make sure that when I put my squash out, that they're already going to be a protector there. Child, looking at me talking like these are talking like these herbs are the daddies that need to protect these children. Okay, anyway, I'm just being silly. Okay, so we want to make sure that these are mature before they start working to protect our vegetables, right? Right. Okay, so to do that, we want the conditions to be right to take these seeds from their dormancy to a seedling. So we're just going to help them. And that's where the mat comes into play. So I've got my herbs on a mat. And this right here is it's just like it's a mat. It's a heating mat. And the temperatures are consistent between maybe 75, maybe 70 to 80 degrees. And it's consistent. And there's a lot of the mats have a legend that tells you how long certain plants take to germinate. And like I said, your cold weather plants, they don't need a boost. As a matter of fact, they're almost ready to just put them outside, because I kind of, well, let me say this. Not until the soil is consistently around 50, 55, 60 degrees, I would leave them in the house until the soil is consistently warm, consistently a certain temperature. Well, anyway, so we've got our herbs on this mat, and they stay on this mat 24 hours a day. Now, if I'm going to church or going to the store, and I think I'm going to be gone more than, say, 2 hours, then I'll go ahead and unplug my mat, because they're going to be in the house. And honey, our house is consistently 70 and above at all times. So I'll go ahead and unplug my mat, but then when I get back home, I'll plug it back in. So if you think that you want to give your seeds an extra boost, especially those vegetables that take, right now, 85 to 120 days to mature, and that's from dormancy through germination to maturity to harvest, then I suggest that you go ahead and get you a seeding mat, a heating mat. You can probably buy one from Walmart, Costco, Amazon, any place that sells gardening supplies. You should be able to get you a mat. But anyway, that's my tip for today. I try not to make my videos longer than 5 minutes, and this has already been almost 10 minutes. So if you have any questions, hit me up. Let me know. If I don't have the answer, I've got a couple of gardening buddies that can help us, and we've always got Google. All right, be blessed and keep growing.